Evening. It's not Wednesday, but I haven't had time to record anything this week because I've been so busy. So I figured while we load up for the restaurant, I'll have you guys along and we can have a little chat and I can let you know what's going on because it's been foolish busy. I have not had time to record anything. So I'm going to load. I'll come back. I'll check the camera here and there. But I'll let you guys know what's been going on and why you haven't seen a video the last couple days because we have been busy. So hopefully you guys can hear the audio. I've got the wireless mics on, so that should give a better audio quality. So just give me a thumbs up if the audio is working. And we're going to load up for the restaurant and get the restaurant taken care of. Dennis Rexford, Tim Poor, Robert Daigle. Good evening, guys. We're loading up for the restaurant. They said they didn't need wood, and then they called. We need wood. So, taken out of our strategic reserve, this is some of our first seasoned firewood that we've got leaving the yard. This stuff, I tested it. It's under 20%, so everything but birch goes to the restaurant, so we'll get the birch picked out as we go, throw the rest in the truck, and go from there. But this week, I had every intention of recording a bunch of stuff. Kevin and I have been very busy this week, and I just haven't had time to record. I've wanted to get stuff done. My mom had to go in for surgery this week in Boston, and when that happens, I have to help my brother with his kids, get them back and forth because he's got some issues going on during his divorce. So that's extra added to my plate. We wanted to go cut over at the new lot. That's not going to happen this week because I'm playing taxi and helping family. And family's more important, so it is what it is. But I went and delivered a bunch of bark mulch and compost this morning. We delivered some firewood. And then we also had material deliveries that went out this afternoon. I delivered 2 loads of gravel to a customer. And they got a bunch more gravel that they want delivered. So we're going to be going back there again, which is good. That always helps. But I talked to this particular restaurant and I told them from here on out, I'd like to decide when they need their wood because I went and looked and I thought they needed it earlier this week. And they said they were all set. Then when they found out I was leaving until Monday, they were a little panicked and decided that they needed it right now. So we're going to get everything done and get them a cord of wood delivered, and that cord of wood will more than hold them until we get back. And I got to tell you guys, I saw a sneak peek of what we're bringing home from the show in Pennsylvania, and I got to tell you right now, she's fast, real fast. What I saw was roughly a 3-second cycle time on a 26-inch long stroke. So we're gonna get down and boogie with firewood when we get back. It's going to be awesome. Brianna Gorman, good evening. Chuck Basso, how you doing, buddy? I'm out loading wood. Haven't had time to do videos this week because we're so busy getting ready for the Pennsylvania show, and we've got some family stuff going on. So I figured while I was out here chucking wood onto the truck, I'd bring you guys along with me, and then we can go for a ride and do all of that stuff too. But this new machine that we're bringing home has the ability to shorten the stroke from 26-inch to 18-inch. With an 18-inch stroke, I think we're going to be awfully close to the same speed as the all-wood muscle wood. Now, for those of you guys that have seen my splitter, you know how fast that is. For somebody else to get in that realm of speed is pretty impressive. And they think they can go faster yet. So really excited to get this machine and start putting it through its paces and see what it'll do, because I think it's just what we need and I can't wait. Oh, I know we got it, Jay Ford. I'm not worried, buddy. Brianna is tough too. She'll make it no problem. I don't have any doubt about that. She's a fighter. She'll get it. That's the whole thing. This month is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. My best friend a couple years ago committed suicide, and I'll tell you, it's not the easy way. It's the easy way for you. It's the hard way for anybody else. That's for sure. So if you ever, I don't care, ever have any question whatsoever about what's going on or what you think is going on, call me, text me, look me up, stop by. I don't care. I will talk to you for as long as it takes because it's worth it and you're worth it. Don't ever give up. But this week has been one of those weeks that just tests me. It's been busy. We've got showings for our house that's for sale, trying to get the other stuff ready for the sale of the new house and getting all that situated. We were supposed to cut for the new wood yard, and again, just because of everything that's going on this week, that's not going to happen. So we're going to start behind next week. Just one of those deals. Win some, lose some, but at the end, we all come out and the head is smelling like roses, or at least I hope we do. And Robert Daigle, I saw your message. I won't turn down help stacking a load of this. I can let you know when I leave. You know where we're going. And we can get this one stacked, and then I'm going to come back and load it up again for tomorrow morning because we've got more that needs to leave. So it's going to be a busy day. I've got 8 full cords that have to go tomorrow. Between my wood yard and John's wood yard over in Corinth. So tomorrow is a busy day. Then I plan on leaving out of here sometime midnight-ish to head to Pennsylvania. So how's everybody else's week been so far? Because I know if I'm busy, some of you guys must be pretty busy too. It is peak season right now, and we're starting to take off. This new machine we're bringing home, I'm hoping, is going to help us hold our own because we're getting buried right now. Kevin's been awesome this week helping, and it's just been a busy week. It's been warm, it's been rainy, it's just, the weather's been all over the place. Champion Firewood, good evening. Robert Daigle, yeah, no problem. It's going to take me a few minutes to get ready anyway. Thorsten, how you doing? Good morning from Germany. Well, good evening from Maine. We're loading up to go to the restaurant, and haven't had time to do videos this week, so I said, why not check in with everybody while I'm working, and you guys can watch me throw a little wood. We can have a little chat. And that's good that those mics are sounding good, Don, because these are the expensive ones. I broke down and I actually spent some money. You guys know I don't like to spend money, but I spent money on good mics, and they should, for what I paid for them, work pretty well. But you get what you pay for. That's what Gramps always told me. So I guess I shouldn't have been so cheap to begin with, huh? It's kind of nice to be pulling from our own reserve. I know that piece of beech right there, just by picking it up, that's not ready yet. The ends are checked, though. It's drying, but it's not ready yet. I know beech is heavy, but that's too heavy. All the maple and the ash that's in here, perfect. Hey, I try to do what I can, Bert. I haven't had time to record videos, so I figured I'd go live so everybody could see what's going on. Yeah, I could fall asleep to the chainsaw by now, Dawn. It's been long enough this week that it doesn't take much before the head hits the pillow and I'm done. Connor McCrae, how you doing from across the pond, buddy? Good to see you. We're out here chucking a load of restaurant wood on, and I figured I'd bring everybody along. Ooh, Timmy Poor's Echo's getting shipped. There you go. So the other night when we were doing our live, a bunch of you guys or a bunch of people bought saws, and for that I'm thankful. Almost to the rest of what we need for commission for the next 5 series Husky saw that's coming. So we take our money that we make off the commission, we put it back into stuff to go to the channel. When we get enough of it, we'll just give stuff away. We only need so many, but I want to show you guys as many as we can get. Because what works for me might not work for you guys, and what works for you guys might not work for us. There's some diehard steel guys out there. They're pushing steel, steel, steel. We've got a steel saw coming. I don't know. We'll see what Grant thinks about it. I'll run anything as long as it's sharp. I ran a 400 when we were out hard working Mans, and I really liked that saw. That was a nice saw. I believe that was decked imported too, so that makes a difference, but it was a good saw. I liked it. So I gotta say, my homemade drying racks with the cinder blocks and rough cut 2x4s off the sawmill, 2 thumbs up. They work great. This wood's been here since March, so we're June now. I tested it. We're all under 20%. The beech probably not, so I've been pulling the beech out, but I mean, here's a couple pieces right here. Bone dry. It doesn't weigh anything. Nice and light. Good stuff. So, loading up to go to the restaurant. Late last night, I was delivering to one of the pizza trucks we delivered to. That was another one that I asked if they needed wood, and they were all set, and then all of a sudden they needed it. So it seems to be a reoccurring theme. Tim, I saw that 500i. That's more than dented and dinged, Bubba. You broke that one. But it happens. Happens to the best of us. So, Clayton, what I do is I look for local loggers in my area. I find out who owns a log truck. So, I put in log trucks on Google search a 25-mile radius of here, and I call every one of them. Tell them, got a firewood business, I'm looking for logs, what do you got? Right now, I have a surplus. I've got more than I can use. But there have been times that it's been slim pickings, to say the least. So it's one of those deals where you do what you got to do. Craig, it's okay. You can eat dinner, buddy. Yep. Yeah, so it's just, you know, you gotta be resourceful. Nobody's gonna do it for you, that's for sure. But if you can put the work in and you can do what needs to be done, it'll pay dividends for you. And I promise, if you're willing to work, they'll find you. And once they see that you use a consistent amount, they'll keep finding you too. So I've got loggers now that we've bought from in the past that have a surplus that didn't want to deal with us necessarily because it wasn't convenient for them, but they're cutting back in our area now and they're knocking down the door with wood to sell. And I know it's going to surprise you guys, but my answer is no. My answer is no, because the 2 suppliers that I buy from right now have kept us supplied with logs for the last 3 years with 0 issues. There's been times that I've been low, but I've never really run out. And I remember that. So one of the things that I do is I take care of the people that take care of me. And I don't forget the people that take care of me either. That's like all of you guys. When you support the channel and everything like that, I owe it to you guys to answer your comments, to give you guys feedback, and to let you know what's going on, because without you guys, I don't need to do this stuff. So it's just one of those deals where a little bit every day goes a long way. I know my little bit is different than everybody else's, but it doesn't make it any more or any less significant than yours. So I just plug away. I don't know enough to stop or quit. That's probably one of my biggest downfalls. And I kind of learned that from Gramp. We don't stop when we're tired. We stop when we're done. And I was taught that and raised that way. My mother, she's the same way. You guys saw her in a video the other day. She was loading all the short ends. She would load the bucket on the tractor as fast as I could get it to her. And I didn't even have time to hop off and help her. And a couple of times I went to hop off and she said, no, she said, I got it, go ahead. So Gramp raised us different, that's for sure. And I'm appreciative for it. Ooh, Uncle V just bought a 500i. Let me know what you think of it. That was one of the steels that we were looking at. I'm still not 100% decided which steel's coming into town first, but we are going to get one. We are going to try it, so never say never. It could be the best thing that ever happened to Gramp. Who knows? Could fly like Tim Pors did too. I guess we'll have to roll the dice and see what happens. But it's been hot, really hot, up here for us anyway. Tim says he's been having a struggle to get firewood too. Can't get a tractor trailer in his lot. So tractor trailer in my yard right now, very, very, very tight. I've got one guy that can deliver in here and never complains, does it without an issue. Everybody else, they always complain. Triaxle, no problem. For the most part, I have had a couple of guys say they couldn't get in here though, which was surprising to me. But we're plugging away. I mean, we're staying busy. The black flies are more than out, Wise Choice. The black flies are in force and taking names and donations along the way. And if you think these bugs are good, you wait until we get to the new lot. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see me on the camera if we're outside. I've been looking at propane mosquito magnets for over there because I haven't seen bugs like that over there in a long time. But we'll survive. We always do. I'm just thankful that I've got the work and thankful that I'm able to do it. My wrist is still kind of killing me, but we're making it. Yes, so Thorsten, we have a new house already. My father and mother-in-law built a house about a year ago. It's too big for what they wanted. They built it too big and they want to go somewhere warmer in the wintertime. So they're going to sell us their house. We're selling the house that we're in right now, but I have to make a new wood yard at the new place. So I've got to cut a 500-foot road in because we're going to keep it away from the new house a bit to keep noise down. And after I get the road cut in, I've got to cut a 1 acre clear cut so that we have all kinds of room to turn trucks around and for machines and equipment. So this takes a little longer when I'm talking to you guys loading a load of wood, but it's a little more fun at least. Yeah, they've got mosquito head nets, but they make me hot. So I don't know. Be hot and not have bugs, or have bugs and be not as hot. I'm not sure what the answer is, but we'll try something. But the pizza truck, they tested their wood. That was the wood that we got near Kevin's house a couple weeks ago. They ran a test fire today, said it was the best wood they've ever had for the pizza truck. So that was really good to hear. They're looking at expanding and doing more events. So that's going to mean more wood for us that they're going to need. So we need the new machine back, and we need the new machine making firewood ASAP, because it's only a matter of time. And I'm going to have to start buying in tractor trailer loads of kiln dried. That's going to cut into the profit big time. We can do it and it'll work, but I want to make as much money as we can, and the kiln dried cuts into the profits pretty hard. So we'll do what we got to do. Yeah, no, I have 40 acres. We're going to start with an acre because gravel is really expensive. But we'll definitely be adding on in the future. I've got expansion plans for the next 3 to 5 years all drawn out already. And I've got a business plan to take to a bank soon. Once we get the new woodyard set up and we can prove that it's doing what it's supposed to, I've got ideas. You guys probably know me and have figured out by now, I'm always scheming and I'm always up to something and I'm always trying. I've got big plans and I have no intention of stopping until I can put those plans into action and see if they work. So it's one of those things. I enjoy the grind, but there's times like now when I've got the show coming and everything, the grind gets hard and it'll grate on you. But we're making it okay. So I know it's only been a couple of days since we chatted, but anybody do anything fun or get anything awesome? Pick up any new customers? What's going on out there? Yeah, Brian, it's no good. So Brian just brought up my Facebook Reel video. June is Men's Mental Health Month. My best friend committed suicide a couple years ago. Only true friend. I won't say only true friend. One of the only true friends I've ever had that has never asked for anything in return from me ever at any time, and was always willing to drop everything he was doing to help me. He had some demons and some battles he was fighting with that he just couldn't get by, and they got the better of him. So we lost him to suicide. So, you know, men's mental health is something that's really important to me, because nobody should have to think that suicide is the answer to fixing their problem. That doesn't fix it, that's for sure. Wise Choice Firewood says the bug nets are good until you forget you have it on, you spit. Yeah, that that would take the fun out of the bug net for sure. It works both ways. Keep stuff out and keep stuff in. So I get that. That sounds like something I'd do though. Just get busy and not thinking about it. And yeah, I don't know. But to go back to the men's mental health thing, I know we're all tough guys. Nobody's got feelings, whatever. We've all got feelings. We've been taught not to acknowledge our feelings. We've been taught nobody cares, work harder. We've been taught nobody cares, keep it to yourself. So that's all wrong and 110% false. I don't even know some of you guys, and I care enough that I'll listen to you anytime you think that the world is not a place for you to be in or anything like that. We all struggle. I struggle. You guys see the videos, you think we're cranking, you think we're doing good. There's been months that I didn't know how I was going to make payroll. I didn't know how I was going to pay my bills, and I didn't know what was going on, but I made it, and we did it because I had good people around me. And yes, they drive way too fast on this road. That is one thing. When we moved to the new place, there's like 5 cars that drive by every day. That's it. Yep, sometimes the happiest people that you see out in the world are the ones that are struggling the most. They can put on a happy face because they've had to do it for so long. It's just another day for them. But we don't see it. We don't recognize it. Looking back now, I can see some of the signs from my friend when he was struggling. It wasn't undetected. Looking back, I can definitely see that he was struggling, or that he was maybe reaching out for help or didn't know how to ask for help. But it's just made me much, much more sensitive to that kind of thing for sure. I enjoy each and every one of you guys, and if I ever found out that something like that happened to one of you guys, I'd be just as devastated as losing my friend. I consider all you guys friends too. We're like a family. You guys show up every day for me and Gramp and Kevin, and don't think that I don't take that lightly. I had somebody say that they thought I was starting to turn into a salesman or a sellout because I'm bringing equipment and stuff like that. Guys, I've worked hard for years, lots of years doing firewood. I've failed and succeeded in firewood on so many different levels. I've got some manufacturers now that trust in me and my judgment to try and make some equipment, make it better. You wait until you see what we pick up in Pennsylvania. I had a hand in that a little bit, and I'm telling you right now, if you're in the market for some firewood equipment, you're going to want to stay tuned. It's a game changer. Oh, I would say I struggle with anxiety big time. I know I do, because like now, before we go on this trip, I feel like there's so much to do and I don't have enough time to do it. So I just go until I can't go anymore and I crash. I was making fire starters until 10:30 last night. I was up again at 5 o'clock this morning, out the door, loading, doing what needed to be done, and getting everything sorted for the day. It's just, there's so much to do. I get overwhelmed sometimes trying to figure out how I'm going to do it all. But then I've got good people like Robert Daigle, who's close. He sees what's going on and he says, hey, I'll help you. Hey, what's going on with Twin City Firewood, Wise Choice? You don't have to say anything, but we'll definitely send prayers. I met him at the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria. He's a great guy. I met him and his dad, and as he called it, his daddy, because he's from down south. Really good guys. So whatever's going on with them, I will definitely send prayers. Everybody else considers to be the normal. There's no shame in taking meds at all. We're getting almost loaded up there. Oh man, Wise Choice. I am so sorry to hear that. That is terrible. So that he lost his mom, guys. So it's that's something you never want to happen. So I'm gonna see if I got his address, and I'll see if I can get something down to him. I know it won't be much, but it'll let him know we're thinking about him. That's too bad. So thoughts and condolences to that family for sure. That's a huge loss to. It's a huge loss. So very sorry to hear that, Matt. Yeah, I do more this way, but sometimes our time that we have, it's dark. So, and the bugs come out really bad when it's when it's this time of night. But I don't have a choice today. I've got to get this done. Yeah, so I like doing live streams this way. I'd rather work and come back and check on you guys and figure out what's going on. It's more fun for me too. Plus, I get something done. So our drying racks worked really good, and I'm pleased with them for sure. Kevin, I think Robert Daigle's going to meet me. He's right down in that area, so I think he's going to help me get this load off, and I'll get the next load off in the morning before you get here, and then we'll start on the 4-cord that we need to do. I'll try to have a head start on it before you get here. We got lots to do, but yeah. Tim Poor, you're 110% freaking right. I'll tell you right now, Kevin is a rock star. If I didn't have Kevin and Gramp, I don't know where I'd be. But I can tell you one thing right now, I wouldn't be sitting where I'm sitting right now, and I wouldn't have been able to do what I've done with Firewood, that's for sure. Kevin and Gramp are amazing. Gramp was over here this morning. He cut up all the rest of the camp wood that I have in the yard, and I'll show you that in a minute. So we had pine and some spruce and hemlock. He got all that cut up this morning, and he's eyeballing a dead snag pine tree in the backyard that he thinks needs to come down before somebody buys the house. So I got a feeling that'll probably go timber tomorrow morning, and he'll have that one cut up. So I'm picking all the birch out. The restaurant doesn't want birch, so we'll pick it out. The birch will go in our bagged firewood. So we're almost loaded up. A couple more armfuls. I don't know how Gramp can go like that either. I talked to a guy that worked with my grandfather for years, and he said he bullied his way into being able to work with my grandfather years ago at the paper mill. And he said he has never in his life worked with somebody like my grandfather who just put his head down and absolutely busted ass until something was done. He said he's absolutely an animal, and he's 110% right. And then he looked at me and he said, the way you talk and the way you work, he said, it's no wonder who raised you. So that was probably one of the best compliments I've got in a while. I don't fish for compliments. I don't need nobody's compliments, and I don't need anybody's acceptance of what I do or don't do. I know how hard I work, and I know what I do, and I know what needs to be done, so I do it. But I do like the people that work for me to be acknowledged for the things that they do, because it makes a big difference to me that they're being acknowledged. So I think one more armful, and we're probably going to be getting pretty close. I'm stuffing some extra on top of the tonneau cover because I can't quite get it. Yeah, we're back. Alan Collier, Timber Cutter Patriot, was trying to call, so we lost audio. He was probably calling to wonder if I was scared about wood splitting contest yet. I ain't scared. I'll call him back in a little bit. Right now I'm chatting with my friends. Got almost 70 of you guys in here right now. I'll talk to 70 and then I'll talk to one. But yeah, Timber Cutter Patriot's a really awesome guy. Absolutely great guy. Have a lot of fun with him and his son Andrew Greenbean. He's raising his boy right. His boy's 16 years old. Works circles around a lot of men. He's been trained by a good man, that's for sure. No, I didn't step on the mic, Brianna. I left my cell data on, and the Bert, I already told him in his video, and I told him on the phone too, push-ups don't split wood. They don't. You show me somebody splitting wood doing a push-up, and I'll show you somebody that's a lot bigger man than I am. I'm really happy with how dry this stuff is. We split it small and fine for the restaurant, so I would expect it to be this dry. But worked beyond my expectations. So this just goes to show you, depending on your conditions and the wood type and everything else, it does not need a year to dry. This has been about 3 months. And it's more than ready to go, I can guarantee you that. This will make a lot of nice pizza and steak and things of that nature for the restaurant. So I think we're going to call it full. I'm running out of room. All right, let me show you what we got here. We had a good pickup load on there. I'm going to call that good for that load. We'll go get it delivered and stacked off. Put you guys in the truck and we'll see if we can't hear you. Yep, yeah, it's a wee thing for sure, Kevin Harvey. I didn't fill the back seat. I thought about it, but they'll be all right. We'll bring them another pickup load in the morning, and they'll have their half a cord then, so that'll be a full cord between the two loads. We'll call it good. No sense to get greedy. So it's one of those deals. Kevin Harvey, if you struggle with it and you ever need anything, I mean anything, you can call anytime you want. Have a good night, Jay. We appreciate you, buddy. But it's just one of those deals. So I made that video today, Goobs, and I put a short out on Facebook. You'll see it. And I lost my best friend to suicide a couple years ago. So mental health, men's mental health is something that I really, really, really hold close to me. And didn't know where to turn or what to do, and we lost him. And oh yeah, see that, Kevin? He's thinking ahead. Don't forget the hoe so I can pull the wood out. Good job, Kevin. You the man. Be right back, guys. Sit tight. I got the hoe. So I may as well bring you guys inside with me too and grab a couple bottles of water, because us big guys, we sweat when we work, so might want to bring some water with us. Oop, that's my hand. You guys don't want to see that. But yeah, men's mental health is an important thing for sure. Oh no, I can't do it without Kevin. I'll be the first to admit it. If I had to do it by myself, Tim, there's no way. No way at all. So, oh man, if you guys could see the pretty lady. Hang on, I'll show you. Look at her cleaning that floor. Ooh, baby. Look at her go. Can you grab me a couple bottles of water, hon? I don't want to step on your floor.
Smart man.
I know.
He's searching desperately for sympathy. His family needs.
Thank you. I'm going to the restaurant.
Welcome.
Say bye.
Bye.
Hey, have a good night, Thorsten. So, yeah, Kevin definitely is a huge, huge, huge asset for sure. Huge asset. I can't say enough good about Kevin or Gramp. And there are people that give me praise from time to time too. But it's not looking for the praise, guys. It's doing what needs to be done. I'm going to wipe your camera off, so hang on. There we go. Nice and clean. So I think we should be able to hold you guys with reception. If you saw how many black flies are in my truck right now, it's disgusting. I left the window down. Don't ever leave your window down during black fly season. They're like vultures. They'll get you. Good deeds do not go unnoticed. You're absolutely right, Roger Austin. All the hard work that we've put in for years before YouTube, and I mean years, is starting to get noticed. And not just me, but Gramp and Kevin, everybody associated with my Firewood, and everybody that's associated with the channel now. I mean, we're able to pass discounts and things along to you guys through companies like Saw Supplier. We're able to get you equipment from some really good equipment manufacturers. It all comes together in the end, and it just goes to show you, you never know who's watching. I didn't know that Cord King was watching any of the stuff that we did for a long time. And then all of a sudden, lo and behold, they were. So you never know. So that's something. So the new place will be closer to Gramp and further away from Kevin. Kevin is looking to buy a new house, so we should be able to get Kevin closer to me because there's a couple of houses just down the street from me, and it would put him in the country so that they don't have to live in the city. So there's some options. We're gonna do some wiggling, we're gonna do some finagling, and we're gonna do some helping because that's what we do. Yeah, it definitely takes a team. A single man or a single operator would not be able to do the amount or the volume of deliveries that we do on their own. It would just be too much. You could do it, but you wouldn't be doing anything else, and I mean anything else. We're going to speed up our operation by quite a bit once we property equity and put it towards my wife and I's business, and that equity is going to be used for places that it makes money. We don't want to be spending money on non-earning assets. Yep, yeah, if you do what's right, you don't have to wonder about who was watching or why, because you know you were doing the right thing all along. So your mom's 100% right, Roger. If you do the right thing every time, you don't have to worry about what you did. And if you tell the truth every time, you don't have to worry about what you told anybody, because all you told them was the truth. So it all kind of falls back in to all of that. And I'm blessed. I have an awesome family, and it's just, when you look at some of these other people and the environments that they had to grow up in, and they turn out to be good human beings, and you wonder how in the world did they ever make it. I did not grow up in one of those environments. I grew up in a household where there was discipline and rules and love, and I never had to wonder where meals were coming from. I never had to wonder what was. It's just one of those deals. Molly, we're just working on a Tuesday night. I haven't been able to put out any videos, and I was missing my friends, and I didn't know what was going on. So I just figured we'll load up a load of wood, go to the restaurant, and we'll bring everybody along. But I just realized I left my tripod in the yard. So when we get to the restaurant, that's probably when we're going to call it a day for this live stream, because I don't have anything to put you guys on. I suppose I could stick you to the back window of the truck or something. The delivery can keep you. But yeah, it's just, I really, I enjoy what I do. I really, really do. I love Firewood. I love all the things about Firewood. I love the work. I love the principle behind it. I love all the things that go with it. It's just, for me, it's my dream job, and I get to do it full time for a living, which is fantastic. I mean, and then when you put in YouTube and helping everybody else and doing all that other stuff that goes along with the YouTube, and seeing how everything grows and how we can help other families and other people and other channels, it's amazing. It's really, really incredible to see how one little 3-man team from Maine can make such a huge difference or a huge impact. I mean, if you guys knew the number of people that told me they started a small firewood business because of Gramp, and they're older and retired, and they saw Gramp doing it, so they said if Gramp could do it, they could too. If you knew the number of people that was, you guys would be astonished. But you know what? I'm so thankful and so glad that Gramp set that precedent for those guys, and they felt the need that they could go out and do it. It's fantastic. Hard work is not going to hurt anybody. It's good for you. It really helps to clear your mind. It helps to keep everything in check. So it's one of those deals. Kevin Harvey, you're absolutely right, my friend. I care about every one of you guys out there. I've gotten to the point that I know all of my regular followers and what's going on, and I pay attention to them. I answer every single comment myself. When you see an answer to a comment, that came from me every single time. Nobody else. So I feel like I've gotten to know a lot of you guys through that. Jason, Yadkin Valley Outdoors, I have not been able to record a video at all. this week because I've been too busy, and I was loading up for the restaurant that said they didn't need any wood, but come to find out, guess what they do? And I told myself, hey, I'll go live and I'll bring everybody along with me. So that we did. We went live. I brought everybody along with me. That sounds right in your. I apologize, guys, but I can't change that right now. I enjoy all the stuff going on, and I like to do what needs to be done. I talked to a guy we delivered firewood to today. He had found our YouTube channel. He was asking questions, and he just thought the whole thing was really cool. He liked the charity events when we went to Hope and to Who's Your Firewood Hysteria. And he's like, so what do you guys get paid to do that? I said, don't get paid anything to do that. I said, we do that because we want to go help. I said, the Woodhound community as a whole is fantastic. And when there's a need, we'll do it. And we don't want to. We just like to go, get together, have fun, and what we love to do, which is firewood and play with chainsaws. So it's all I'm ever really looking for. You know, I enjoy hanging out with everybody way more than going to these shows and everything else. Yes, I meet a lot of people at the shows, but the events, the charity events we go to, the atmosphere of those events is just so much fun. I enjoy them so much. So, you know, for any of you guys that I've met along the way and gone to those shows with, I appreciate each and every one of you so much. It's just, you know, fixing trucks. It seems like you're often something. If you're self-employed and you have a business of your own, you're always fixing something. That's just the way that it works. Or like right now, it's 7:30 at night, and I'm headed to the restaurant to go deliver, and I'll go back home and I'll reload again for first thing in the morning, because it's got to be done. I mean, bottom line, it has to be done. If I don't do this before I leave and they run out of wood, I can guarantee you right now, I don't have that restaurant to deliver to anymore. So you do what needs to be done. So when they said, yeah, we think we need wood, we might be able to make it until Monday, I asked them, I said, would it make you feel better if I brought you a whole cord now just to hold you over, and when I get back I'll bring you another one? They said, yeah, that would be fantastic. I said, done deal. Didn't think twice about it. No big deal. We're on our way. So after I ate, I loaded up, got everything done, and went from there. So I enjoy working. I have lots of people that comment on my physique because I'm quite round. But I'll tell you right now, I will work beside anybody. I don't care how fit you are, and I don't care how long you've worked. I will work beside anybody, and I guarantee you, almost without a doubt, that if it comes down to hour for hour, piece for piece, I will outwork a lot of people because I have zero quit in me. I was raised to stop when you're done. If you're not done, you don't stop. That comes into really good use when it's snowplow season and we have a 3 or 4 foot storm in 2 days, and you spend 4 days sitting in a truck without ever stopping. That work ethic comes into play big time. So I thank the people at Talk Ethic. It makes me a lot of money during those times, but I'm thinking and I'm hoping that this year will be the first year in 13 years that I have not had to plow snow. And up ahead, I'm going to spin the camera on. We're going to show you a guy trying to, he's been trying to back that trailer in for the last 3/4 of a mile while I was coming down the road. He's getting it now though, but we're definitely doing some jigging back and forth. That's about his 5th trip out in the road. He's still working on it. He's trying. He's doing a good job though. It's another thing that people think is easy, is backing a trailer up. It's not as easy as you want it to be, that's for sure. It takes a lot of practice. So yeah, Jason, I hear you. I know you're a worker too, and I know you know what it's like to be self-employed and not necessarily know where the next paycheck's coming from or any of that stuff. So it's, you know, it's important to do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, because nobody else is going to do it for you, that's for sure. So yeah, like I said, I have plans for the next 3 to 5 years drawn up for the firewood business. If everything comes to fruition, what I envision the business being in 5 years is going to be a huge change from where we are now. But it's going to be in addition to. So I think there's a lot of room for growth in firewood, and I think the firewood market is changing. And I want to be able to capitalize on that change if I can. It's going to take some work, and it's going to be a lot of work, but I think it's going to be worth it. So we'll see. Up here, I may lose you guys in just a minute. This is an area with bad service, so if it says that we ended the live stream, then so be it. If not, and it carries through, then that's fine. We'll go right until we get to the restaurant, which is about 10, 12 minutes away from here. But we got to build the new wood yard. All that stuff's going to be taken care of. And when we get the new wood yard built, we're building it so that we can do a whole expansion on one half of the yard and make it even bigger. My goal or end goal is to have a full year's worth of firewood poles ahead in the yard at all. And as we use the oldest stuff, which will be at least a year old, that'll be my semi-seasoned stuff that we will cut to stack because we're going to start drying wood. That'll give us a jump start on it. The other stuff, as it comes in fresh, we can use that for green, but we will keep our wood in rotation so that we always have about a year's worth of wood dry. So it's going to be a big undertaking, and it's going to take probably a couple of years to get the rotation and everything put into place. But I think it's really going to be worth it and really pay big dividends for the business. Yeah, Forest Passage, a conveyor. They don't know how they did it without one. And I 100% agree. 100%. So, will do, Chucky. We'll see you later, buddy. Conveyor for a firewood operation, even if you're a one-man band, a conveyor is a huge time and body saver. To not have to throw all those splits and to be able to move wood away from the splitter, it's just so nice. I love my conveyor. I don't know what I'd do without it. But so the restaurant that we're delivering to, they have 2 other restaurants as well. We are almost ready to start delivering to both of those other restaurants for them. The business that has the pizza truck that we delivered to last night, they have 17 gas stations. 17 gas stations that all sell a large amount of bundled firewood right now. And we are trying to pick up that contract for that bundled wood. If we're able to get it, it is going to be a huge undertaking to make all that come into play. But it's easier than it sounds. So I find that a lot of times people get overwhelmed when they hear numbers. Somebody threw out the figure of 50,000 bundles a year. And I heard a couple of guys say, holy crap. And the first thing I thought of was, that's not that bad. And they kind of looked at me and like, what do you mean that's not that bad? I said, think about it. I said, it's really not that bad. I said, it's 1,000 bundles a week, 5 work days a week. I said, it's 200 bundles a day. 2 guys can make 100 bundles in an hour. It's 2 hours worth of bundling. It's not that bad. But the money that you get for it is well worth it. So I always break stuff down dollars and cents in my head. That's the business side of me. And I'll tell you right now, I run numbers in my head faster than most people can do it on the calculator just to get a rough figure and an idea. And I'll tell you within 30 seconds, good deal or bad deal. I've done it for so long with so many other businesses, it clicks with me. And I think Allen Family Firewood, when I I want to say they did like 6,000 or 7,000 bundles last year, somewhere around there. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but I think it was 6,000 or 7,000. They did a video where they showed exactly how many bundles they sold. But 50,000 bundles, if you break it down at 1,000 bundles a week, that's roughly 6.5 cord a week worth of bundles. So, yep, 400 cord, assuming 1 foot cubic bundles. It's actually 0.75 cubic foot bundles they want, so it's less than 400. I think I figured it at about 325, give or take, roughly, with waste and whatnot. So it's good money for sure, Yadkin. If we can get it, we're going to grab it. I'll figure out how to do it after, but I'll make it work. It's definitely cool. So yeah, they wore out the bushing on the Wolfridge bagger. Phil and Karen did with all the bundles that they do. I haven't wore out my bushing on mine yet, but Cord King has a bagger. We're going to try Cord King's bagger too, see how it works. They've got one. I want to try it and see. Theirs is made for 1 cubic foot, but they're going to make us one for a 3/4 cubic foot. So there's options out there. An option out there to make it work for you. And that's the really cool part about everything. Yeah, absolutely. See, Yadkin Valley just said it too. He'll make 50,000 if that's what somebody wants. My first answer is absolutely we'll do it. And then my second question that I ask myself is, how am I going to do it? And I used to get really overwhelmed, and that's why I say I might have anxiety too. I used to get overwhelmed to the point that when I started getting buried in orders and didn't know how I was going to catch up, it would really eat at me. But I've developed a skill set throughout the years and over time where I solve problems rather than make it worse. So I'll think of ways to make it work. And Yadkin Valley just said right there, he'd find a way to make it work. So that's what I do. If I know that the money's there and I know the money is good, and I know it's a long-term thing, that if I got my foot in the door and I grab it, nobody's going to take it from me as long as I'm doing my job, I'm going to find a way to make it work because I want that money. That money to me is security for my family, could be security or more security for Kevin's family, for Grant, for anybody associated with me, and it's good for the community. When the community sees somebody like you in your area and they see you everywhere they go, they start to associate that with, hey, this guy, he's local, look at all he's doing right in this local area. So then all of a sudden, by association, you start getting calls for business other places. So it's one of those deals where you keep going. Don't stop, guys. Don't ever stop. Don't ever pump the brakes and say, oh, this is too much. If you want to grow your business and if you want your business to succeed, you're going to struggle. And there's going to be times where you're going to wonder, how in the world am I going to do this? What did I do? What did I get myself into? Don't worry about that part of it. Put your head down, take a deep breath, and think about it. Think, if I had all the resources in the world, how would I do it? And when you figure out how you would do it if you had all the resources, now say, okay, I don't have all the resources, but I have this or I have that. Can I make this or that work for me? And if you can, put it into play. If not, try something different. But don't ever turn down an opportunity if you know it's good money and you know that there's a way that you could make it happen. I guess that's just my 2 cents when it comes to business. I know everybody's different. I hear some people say, oh, you got to be really strategic in business and you got to be so careful. And when I grabbed these restaurants this winter, I had 0 dry wood. 0. I bought some on Facebook Marketplace the day that they asked for it, and I went and got it. I mean, I've found a way to make it work. We've cut wood and split wood ahead. We've bought wood from other people. We've done whatever we had to do to make it work, because at the end of the day, that's what you got to do. Nobody's going to do it for you. You've got to do the work. I buy seasoned firewood all over the area around me. If somebody has it for a good deal, I get it. That's all there is to it. Oh, Yadkin Valley's still buying stuff. See, he has to pick up all those deals and all that work because he likes to buy stuff. So the more he buys, the more he has to work. So Northwest PA Firewood. We got a load of restaurant wood in the back of the truck, and we're headed to the restaurant. We're trying to get loose ends tied up before we head to Pennsylvania to the logging show. Been a really busy week, and I have not had time to make videos, so I just wanted to hop on and bring everybody along. So we loaded this load of wood. This is actually the first seasoned wood that we did, Kevin and I, back in March. I think it was early March. We stacked this stuff nice and dry, really good stuff. Restaurant's going to be happy with it. I'm happy with it. So the logging show is at Penn State University, June 6th and 7th. So if you look up the PA Timber Show, that's where we're going to be. I'll be down there with Cord King and Typhoon, and we're picking up a machine to bring home from the show. And I'll tell you right now, it is going to be a game changer with firewood. I have been wanting something like this machine for a long time, and nobody had one, but they do now because they made it. So we're going to be bringing a machine home on Sunday, and I think it is going to be a huge help to the wood yard. And it is just as fast as the all-wood muscle wood with a whole bunch of other features. So going to be really cool to get that back to the wood yard. But because we've been so busy, and because my mom had surgery today, everything's been shuffled around. So what was supposed to be a day worth of cutting at the new yard to get ready for the new wood yard turned into deliveries and helping with my brother's 4 boys, and getting kids shuffled around because my parents weren't around to help. It's definitely a really cool thing to be able to still make everything happen one way or the other. Yeah, Tim Poor saw a clip of it, and all I got is a 3-second clip of it, and that was all I needed to know that it's exactly what I needed. So can't wait to get there. Can't wait to run some wood through it, see just what it does performance-wise with wood in it, and show you guys. We're going to do a bunch of filming. We've got the new Gap USA Typhoon unit with the log trailer built right to the processor unit. That will be at the show. We'll be running that a whole bunch. I'm going to show you guys the 500 sped up. So I know there's been some videos that came out in the US from somebody that had a RC 500, and the video wasn't that great. The machine did not look that great because there's a setting to change the time delay from the first to the second stage on the pump, and it's adjustable. It was turned up as high as it would go, so that was as slow a reaction time as the splitter would ever have, and it just didn't make things look good. So we've got that turned all the way down, and we're going to run that machine and get some real-time footage, and we're gonna make it happen. So excited to go to the show. I've got some axes that I'll show you guys that TKP, Alan Collier, and I are going to be raffling off at the PA Loggers Show. And all of the proceeds from those 2 axes are going to be going to the Wood for Warriors project. And that's a project where they keep veterans within an hour of Hickory, North Carolina in firewood for the winter. So if they're in need, they supply firewood so that they're not cold. They do a fantastic job. Yep, you wait, Yadkin. We've got it turned up. Yeah, I can definitely do a live at the show, and I think we should do a live at the show so that you guys can see some of the stuff going on. The shows are really hard. If it's a busy show, you're talking to everybody coming up, and everybody's got questions, and everybody wants to meet you, and it's really hard, but there's going to be enough of us there between Timber Cutter Patriot, myself, the other gentleman from Typhoon, the other gentleman from Cord King. We will make it happen for sure. And it's one of those deals where if we can make it happen, I think it's a beautiful thing, because these lives, especially if you can see something live, it's not an edited video, so there's no fiddling or fuddling around. But it's real world. Real world. This is what it is. This is how it works, and you can see it. I know that Cord King is bringing a machine down, and that machine, when you guys see this new machine that they're bringing down, you're going to be blown away. That's a machine that's definitely worth going live for. Um, yeah, I'll give you guys a heads up for when the live stream will start. I'll put a post on YouTube Thursday night sometime, and I'll let you know. We'll go live sometime midday Friday and midday Saturday, somewhere in there, so that you guys can see. And I may do like I did at the Bangor show, and I might do an early morning walk around on Friday. I know not all of you guys are up early, but I'll do an early morning walk around so that we can see all of the vendors, not just the booths that I'm going to be working at, but we'll be able to see all the vendors and see everybody that's got everything going, and that'll be kind of nice too to be able to do that. So we'll do an early morning walk around one of those days and do a live then too, so that everybody can see. I like the lives. I do. I think the lives are really cool. The videos are good too, but I like the lives. I feel like they're a lot of fun, and they can be more interesting than the videos sometimes. I missed making videos a couple of days today, and I kind of feel lost because it's been the first time that I've gone a couple days stretch when I've actually been working that I haven't been able to put a video up, but we've just been so busy. It's really it's been an interesting week so far. So I never did a live stream for a long time, and I started the Wednesdays and Sundays. I didn't know how it would work out, but the Wednesdays and Sundays have turned into something really cool. It's really awesome to see how you guys have, kind of grown with me. And I've seen a lot of these channels grow with me too. Some of them have passed me. Some of them have been ahead of me the whole time. I've caught and passed some of them. It's interesting to see how everything works. And I like the lives because it gives everybody a chance to get in and comment and converse back and forth. I think the lives are really cool. So the restaurant that we're going to deliver to is in downtown Bangor, which is about 20 minutes from my house, and it's called Blaze Restaurant. They have a wood-fired oven. They do pizza. They do oysters. They do steaks. And yes, Don McGimpsey, we can do a box wedge on the musclewood. It's actually called a hickory because it uses a traditional style wedge. So it's it's an option that can be done for sure. Drinking my water like a good boy too. I'm trying to drink more and more water. That's a struggle, to say the least. I'm not a huge water drinker by any means, but I'm trying more and more to stay hydrated. So this is probably one of the tightest places that I deliver to. When you have a trailer, you've got just, and when I say just, I mean just enough room to wiggle in here. But with the truck, it's not too bad, and you can get in here pretty good. So they've got a storm drain or a condensate drain in here that's kind of in the way, but we'll make it work. Yeah, my wife does too, Roger. It's one of those deals. So yeah, so not that I ever want to push anybody to do any more than what they feel comfortable or any more than what they feel they can really do. But I'll tell you guys all right now, you can do a whole lot more than you think you can, especially if you put your mind to it. So for me, sometimes seeing these other people doing a little bit more or doing a little bit extra drives me to do a little bit more or a little bit extra. So it's one of those deals where I think we all kind of push each other to go just a little bit, and I think it's a really good thing. And I know some people say I'm a hypocrite when I say a little bit every day goes a long way. My little bit is different than everybody else's little bit. I don't ever expect any of you guys to go out and do the volume that we do. And some of you guys do more than what we do. Everybody is different. But for me, this extra load right here, this is my little bit right here. This is a little bit extra. So it's one of those deals, you know. You just do what you got to do. But I don't have a mount, so I'm probably going to call it, and I'm going to get this unloaded and get this put away. Go back and load one more if the bugs don't carry me away. We're going to go live tomorrow night, 8 o'clock like normal, and then I'm going to take a short nap before we head for Pennsylvania. But I appreciate you guys stopping with me and taking some time to load this wood, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow night. Appreciate you very much. Have a good one, guys.